Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Dr. Saab. चलो भाई 245 हो गया, आ जाओ. Good afternoon, बच्चा बाड़ी. हेमंत, good afternoon बेटा. Good afternoon, तेजा, गायत्री. चलो चलो टाइम से जल्दी जल्दी. हनीफा, गुड आफ्टरनून. एके ईश्वर, गुड आफ्टरनून बच्चा. All okay, all fine. How are you, बच्चा बाड़ी? Good afternoon, रुचिता. चलो भाई, lazy Sunday. I know today is a lazy Sunday. Still we are here, है ना, with the most loved subject of yours, physics. Not physics, it's maths. Good afternoon, Balaji. चलो start करें. Let's do the revision of the last class. Last class I ended with the addition of vectors. If you remember addition of vectors, देख भाई, triangle rule I said, join the vectors head to tail. Join the vectors head to tail, है ना. This is triangle law. This one is triangle law. Join the vectors head to tail, and then you should join the free ends. You should join the free ends in what manner? Head to head and tail to tail. Head to head and tail to tail. Something like this. Head to head and tail to tail. So if this is A vector, this is B vector, this will be R vector, which will be given as A vector plus B vector. A vector plus B vector. ठीक है? Yes, Sunday is holiday for अच्छा police, not for warrior. Yes, correct. चलो भाई आगे चलते. Now in parallelogram rule, instead of joining them head to tail, we join them tail to tail. We join them tail to tail, and then we construct a parallelogram taking the vector as the side. Then we say the diagonal. Which is emergent from the common tail. We call this diagonal as resultant vector, which is A vector plus B vector, if you recall from the last lecture. Till here we have discussed. I told you what is the magnitude of this R vector. I also told you, if you say this is the angle between A vector and B vector, theta, है ना, then what is the magnitude of R? I told you last class, beta, A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta under root. But this is the magnitude of this R vector. This is magnitude of R vector. We also want to find the direction of R vector, correct? We also want to find the direction of R vector. So how to find the direction of R vector? The direction of R vector you can find by finding the angle between R vector and any given vector. Means either you can find the angle between R vector and A vector, or you can find the angle between R vector and B vector. You have two choices. You can select any one. Either you can find this alpha between R vector and A vector, or you can find beta between R vector and B vector. Now you should ask a question, or this question might be going through your mind, कि sir, how angle represents direction? है ना? How angle represents direction? You are asking find direction of R vector, then you are giving me some angle. How angle means direction? Please understand. Please understand, bacha. If you want to have a direction, है ना? If you want to know the direction, then you must know some reference direction. You must know some reference direction. Like if you are going through this Google map and all, and you switch on the navigation, then they say head towards north. Correct? Head towards north means north they are using as a reference. Okay, the Google map is it is supposing that you know, it is assuming that you know what means, you know the direction north, right? You know the direction east, south and west, right? So if someone says go northeast, that means they are taking the help of two reference, the north as well as east. So to tell direction, to tell direction of a line, to tell the direction of a line, you must know some reference direction. You must know some reference direction. Similarly, if you want to know the direction of R vector, you have to take the help. You have to take the help of some reference direction. Which direction? Reference direction means the direction which we are supposed to know. So what do we know? If A vector is given in I cap, J cap and K cap, if B vector is given in I cap, J cap and K cap, if A vector and B vector are given, okay, that means we are assuming we know the direction of A vector and B vector. So here A vector and B vector are known. So if you find angle alpha, so how I will say R vector is located, let's say alpha is getting 30 degree, please understand. Let's say alpha is 30 degree. So I will say R vector is located at an angle 30 degree from A vector in anti-clockwise direction. Something like this I can say. R vector is located at an angle 30 degree from A vector in anti-clockwise direction. Understood? So that's how angle gives you the direction. I hope this point is clear. Why we are measuring direction in terms of angle? Come on, give me a like if you have got this. This is a basic but important thing. If I am asking what is direction and then I am giving you alpha and beta, how alpha and beta representing direction, I hope this point is clear. And last class I told you alpha, tan alpha is something into sine theta divided by something plus something into cos theta. I told you, remember the format? I told you, remember that? Thank you, Bachawadi. Thank you. Okay. ठीक है, चलो. That means you are listening to me. Very good. Now tan alpha equal to something into sine theta divided by something plus something into cos theta. Here we have to put either A or B. Whatever you multiply to sine theta, the same thing you have to multiply to cos theta. And here the another thing will be alone. Last class I told you who will be alone? That magnitude will be alone with whom we are measuring the angle. Like alpha is the angle between R vector and A vector. So we are measuring angle with A vector. So here A will be alone. Here B and B, same thing will be multiplied. So it becomes B sine theta divided by A plus B cos theta. Similarly, tan beta. What is tan beta? Beta is the angle made by R vector with B vector. So here B will be alone. And A will be multiplied to sine theta. A will be multiplied to cos theta. समझ में आया? यहां तक क्लियर? ठीक है, आगे चले. Okay, now please, we should avoid this confusion. Very small point I'm telling. There are a lot of angles, theta, alpha and beta. Okay, first of all, you don't need to find both alpha and beta. You have to find only one, only alpha. Okay, or only beta. You don't need to find both. Okay. Okay, so understand what is theta. Theta is angle between, because don't get confused between theta and alpha or theta and beta. Theta is angle between a vector, the vectors which we are supposed to add. The angle between those two vectors which we are going to add, that angle is theta. That angle is theta. What are alpha and beta? Alpha and beta are angle between or made by r vector with one of the vectors. The resultant with one of the vectors, either a vector or b vector. Okay. Now, what are the important points? What are the important points we have to go through? Special cases. Let's go for special cases. From here, we are starting this class. Till now, we were doing the revision. Hai? So it's 2:55, 10 minutes we have spent in the revision of the last lecture. Now we will start from here. Chalo bhai, chalo. Special cases. First case, theta equal to 0 degree. Theta equal to 0 degree. It means what? It means a vector and b vector which we are supposed to add. A vector and b vector. The magnitudes are a and b. Either you can write, understand, magnitude we write mod of a vector, or simply we can write a small a, because we are lazy people, right? We are lazy people who will put a, then arrow, then two lines. Okay, so out of laziness, we write this simple small a without any arrow. So without arrow, if I am writing, okay, so that means ki I am only interested in magnitude. Okay, bacha buddy? So magnitude is small a, magnitude is small b. You can prefer this or this. I think everyone will go with this because this is, every time it will take some time, right? Chalo. So bhai, what is the value of cos 0? Cos 0 degree is 1. So if you find the resultant, the formula was a square plus b square plus 2ab cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. 2ab. So this is a plus b whole square. The root of a plus b whole square is a plus b. So r we are getting, and let me tell you, this is the maximum value of cos theta. This is the maximum value of cos theta. So if a and b are fixed, only you are changing theta. Okay? So at 0 degree, cos theta is 1, which is the maximum value. That means the value of r which we are getting here in this case is the maximum value. So if you are adding two vectors, the maximum value you can get is a plus b. Okay? A plus b. Please understand this thing. Chalo, maths part to clear. Maths part clear. Please understand the essence of this thing. Okay? Theta equal to 0 degree means what? Or why we are adding, what we are adding. Please understand. If I ask you a question, a person was moving in the east direction. It has moved a length of, let's say, 10 meter. Then it moved at some other angle. I don't know what is the angle. Okay? With 8, and it moved 8 meter. Okay? Find the displacement. Find the displacement. It moved east, then it moved in this direction. Find displacement. I don't know the angle, but understand the displacement. Everybody knows here. This much knowledge we have. The shortest path. Join the line from initial to final. From initial to final. This is known as displacement. Okay? So obviously, you can't say displacement is 10 plus 8, 18. You can't claim displacement is 10 plus 8, 18 because we are doing vector addition, and when you do vector addition, you must know the angle between this 10 meter vector and 8-meter vector, since it is head to tail joint, so we will take this angle. So if you know this angle, then you can say displacement is under root 10 square plus 8 square plus 2 into 10 into 8 into cos theta. Okay? So in such questions, vector addition is required. But if I say like this, if I change the question and I ask you, the person moves 10 meter and then the person moves 8 meter in the same direction. 10 meter and now the person moves 8 meter in the same direction. What is the displacement? So I hope in this case you are not going to apply under root this square plus this square plus this square to AB cos theta. I hope you understand my point. What is the answer in this case? What is the displacement in this case? Just tell me first. Everybody, are we on the same page? Correct? 18, 18, 18, 18, correct? Okay, very good, very good. I just want to know if you are understanding or not. So if you are going 10 meter and then 8 meter in the same direction, so now if you call this S1 vector, if you call this S2 vector, again we are doing the vector addition only. But since the angle between S1 vector and S2 vector is 0 degree, so the resultant we are getting simple S1 plus S2. But this will be not the case every time. This is the case only when theta is 0 degree. Please understand this thing. If theta is something else, like, let's put some values there. Let's say it is 60 degree and this was 8 meter. Tell me what is the displacement. Chalo, solve. Come on, jaldi. Tell me the displacement in this case. This is 10 meter, this is 8 meter, this is 60 degree. Tell me the answer, displacement. One answer, Ponanjali, you have given root 244. Okay, correct. Rami Reddy, Hemant, same answer we are getting. Ramcharan, same answer. Dikshit, same answer. Root 244. So I think root 244 should be correct. But I want most of you to reply. Please, take out the pen and paper. Solve it, bacha party. Solve it. Because in the last class you might have seen, I have come with a PDF. That means I'm preparing before the lecture. So if I'm coming prepared to the class, at least you should be sitting with pen and paper and solving this. Very good. Nice. Let's check it. So here we will say the displacement is under root 10 square plus 8 square, 10 square plus 8 square plus 2 into 10 into 8 into cos 60 is half. So it becomes 164 plus 80. Root 244 meter. Okay? Correct? So please understand कि this is normal addition and this is a special case. So I hope you understand कि why we are saying कि here net displacement is directly we are saying, although we are using this formula only. Here if you put same formula, if you put, so it will become 1. Cos 0 will become 1. So this will become 160. 160. So this will become 324. Under root of 324 is nothing but 18. हाँ भाई, अभी क्लियर है बच्चा? ऑडियो वीडियो क्लियर? प्लीज टेल मी फास्ट. नाउ इट्स ओके. चलो ठीक है. ओके, टेल मी व्हाट वाज द लास्ट थिंग. डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस पार्ट बच्चा बड़ी? Did you understand? Because all of you were giving the answer root 244, so I think up to this point it was all clear, correct? Okay, clear now. Okay, okay, good, good. ठीक है. So up to this point, I think we have done. Now what I was discussing, if you take the case 2, theta equal to 90 degree, है ना? Theta equal to 90 degree. So I have given a question कि 6 meter to the right and then 8 meter, है ना, in the perpendicular direction, find the displacement. So you don't need to apply any formula. You already know how to solve this. Come on, can you tell me the answer of this? Okay, okay, fine. 10, 10. Come on, fast, fast, fast. Good. Almost everyone got it. Okay, the answer is 10. How do we do it? Pythagoras theorem, because this is 90 degree. Last case, we should not apply Pythagoras theorem here because this is not a right angle triangle, correct? This is a right angle triangle. We can apply Pythagoras theorem. So the answer will be 6 square a square plus b square. So which is root 100. Root 100 is 10 meter. Okay? That means the displacement in this case is under root a square plus b square. Now if you put here theta equal to 90 degree, theta equal to 90 degree, the resultant will be, let me tell you, what is the value of cos 90? Cos 90 degree is 0. So the value will be under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos 90. Cos 90 is 0. Cos 90 is 0. So the resultant will become under root a square plus b square. है ना? Which we already know. Which we already know. ठीक है? चलो case 3. First, case 3. What if theta is 180 degree? Theta 180 degree means one vector is like this, another vector is like this in opposite direction. We are supposed to add them. We are doing vector addition. We are doing vector addition. And a magnitude A and this one is B. So what we will do, now if I ask you the same question, bacha party, if I ask you same question, ki a particle went or a body went 10 meter right side, then 6 meter left side, 10 meter right side, then 6 meter left side, find the displacement. What should be your answer? 10 meter right side, then 6 meter left side, what should be the displacement? Come on, bacha body. 4 meter? Everybody agree? 4 meter? So what we are doing? We are subtracting. Although we are doing the vector addition only. But the vector addition is equal to the subtraction of the magnitude. Okay? So here the answer will be, displacement will be 10 minus 6, 4 meter. Okay? Why we are getting this 10 minus 6 or a minus b? Because cos 180 degree is minus 1. So if you find the resultant, it will be under root a square plus b square minus 2ab. So it will become a minus b whole square. So it will become a minus b. But since magnitude are not supposed to be negative, magnitude is not supposed to be negative. Hence, I am putting a mod sign because I don't know a is more or b is more. A is more or b is more. We don't know. Okay? And since cos 180 equal to minus 1 is the minimum value of cos theta, that means that the a minus b thing is minimum. A minus b thing is minimum. That means That clearly means that we have a range of the resultant. We have a range of resultant. It cannot be less than mod of a minus b. है ना? The resultant can never be less than a minus b, and it will not go above a plus b. It cannot be less than mod of a minus b, and it cannot be more than a plus b. And understand, the value of r should be positive. ठीक है? Negative magnitude doesn't make any sense, because magnitude means length of the arrow. So negative magnitude means negative length. Negative length of the arrow doesn't make any sense. Correct? Why did you ignore minus 2ab? I have not ignored, bacha. A square plus b square minus 2ab, the formula is a minus b whole square. Please expand a minus b whole square. It will become a square plus b square minus 2ab. Please understand this. Clear, bacha? Buddy? Ask any doubt. ठीक है? चलो. Now it means if I say कि the value of A is 5 and the value of B is 3, tell me the range of R. Tell me the range of R. What is the minimum value of R? What can be the maximum value of R? First, two to 8. Very good. 2 to 8. Because A minus B, 5 minus 3, 2, and 5 plus 3, 8. 5 minimum value will be 5 minus 3. Don't do minus 2. Never put R as negative. Magnitude is not supposed to be negative. Please understand this point, bacha. Okay? So 5 minus 3, 2, and 5 plus 3, 8. So resultant will be between 2 to 8. The same type of question can be given in another form. They will say कि let's say two vectors which we are supposed to add, है ना? Let's say they are having magnitude 8, and let's say B is 5. B is 5. The value of a resultant can be option number 1, 2, option number 2, 6, option number 3, 15, option number 4, 20. The value of resultant can be good. Very good. Second option. Very good. 6. Correct. Nice. Understand? If you try to solve this question, means using conventional method, ki sir, magnitude given, resultant they are asking, sir, they have not given the angle between vector. So if they don't give angle between vector, how we are supposed to solve this question? Right? So, and please understand, bacha, this is a question where you have to eliminate the options, right? Where you have to eliminate the options. See, what is the range of this resultant? So 8 minus 5, 3, and maximum value can be 13. That means the value of R is supposed to lie between 3 and 13. 3 and 13. So if you look here, 2 is outside the range. It is less than 3, not possible. 15 more than 13. 20 more than 13. Only 6 is the number which is lying between 3 and 13. That's why the correct answer is 6. Correct answer is 6. Similarly, chalo, let's clear one more thing. Last class, if you remember, I told you how to identify the resultant vector. In a vector triangle, how to identify? Tell me, who is the resultant? What should be relation among A vector, B vector, and C vector? Come on. 3 we can take. MSR, your doubt is if 3 can we take? Yes, 3 and 13. Because if you look closely here, equal to sign I have given. Please focus on small details. Equal to sign we have given, right? So 3 can be taken and 13 can be also taken. 13 when theta is 0, 3 when theta is 180 degree. No problem in 3 and 13. Chalo, C vector is resultant. C vector is the resultant because C vector is head to head. C vector is head to head and tail to tail joint. So we can say that C vector is resultant of A vector and B vector. This we discussed in the last class. Now, what I want to do, bacha badi. Now, if I change the direction of C vector, if I change the direction of C vector, then who is the resultant? Then who is the resultant? Then no one is the resultant. Then no one is the resultant because no one is head to head and tail to tail joint. No vector is head to head or tail to tail joint. Correct? Okay? Now, so please understand, when you change the direction, can I say that this C vector is now negative of old C vector? Negative of old C vector. So what we can write in this case? A vector plus B vector equal to minus C vector. Because C vector, if you remember this, so C vector was supposed to like this. That means if I invert the sign, so this will become minus C vector. Can I say like this? So it will become A vector plus B vector plus C vector equal to 0 vector. What I am trying to say here, just remember this point. If you find in a vector triangle, if you find, or in any polygon, we will come to polygon law. In any polygon, if you find they are going in a cycle, the arrows are going in a cycle like anti-clockwise. This is following a cycle. Okay? You are not able to find any resultant. It means the summation of all three is 0. It means the summation of all three vectors are 0. A vector plus B vector plus C vector is 0. Okay, bacha? Okay? So magnitude wise, or if you follow from here, it means A vector plus B vector equal to minus C vector. It means, can I claim that summation of any two side, it will be always more than the third side. This is known as triangle inequality. Okay? Understand? A vector plus B vector equal to minus C vector. A vector plus B vector equal to minus C vector. But if vector is equal, vector addition is equal, but a scalar addition, A plus B is the maximum value. A plus B is the maximum value. So it should be always more than the third side. What I'm trying to say is, understand from the question. Which of the following set of data can form a triangle? Option 1. Two, 4, 8, 10, 5, 4, 7, 3, 10, चलो, which of the following set of data can form a triangle? Multiple options can also be there, I don't know. देख भाई, to form a triangle, what is the criteria? To form a triangle, what is the criteria? The sum of two sides should be more than the third side, and that should be possible for all the possible means combinations. है ना? Means what I'm saying कि A plus C should be also more than B. A plus C should be more than B. B plus C should be more than A. है ना? Means if you take any two random side, add them. Any two random side, add them. It should be after addition. It should be more than the third side. If you are getting any set where this thing is violated, it is not forming a triangle. So in that case, please understand where the chance of failing is more. Where the chance of failing is more. When if you take the small and a small, if you add the small, and if you add the small, and if it is more than the largest side, please understand, if you add the smallest side, and if it is more than the largest side, then obviously if you, what I'm trying to say, let's say C is highest, C is largest, let's say C is largest, ठीक है? So if A plus B is more than C, then obviously C plus A will be more than B, and C plus B is more than A. Please try to understand. है ना? Here, from here you will get it. Like this one is largest. This one is largest. So obviously 8 plus 4 will be more than 2. Because this is largest. Individually 8 is more than 2. So obviously 8 plus 4 will be also more than 2. Individually 8 is more than 4. So obviously 8 plus 2 will be more than 4. So you don't have to check like this. You have to add the smaller one. Please remember it. We have to add the smaller one. And now we have to check, is it more than the largest value or not? Add the smaller. Please remember, add the smaller. Add the smaller sides. And check whether it is more than largest side or not. So add the smaller side. ठीक है? चलो, I hope this point is clear. So we will add the smaller. 2 plus 4, 6. 2 plus 4, 6. Here 6 is less than 8. And what I said, it will form a triangle only when the sum of two sides will be more than the third side. Here sum of two sides, 2 plus 4, 6. It is less than the third side, means it is not forming a triangle. Similarly, this is the largest. 10 is largest. 5 plus 4. 5 plus 4, 9. 5 plus 4, 9, which is less than the largest side. So this is also not possible. This is also not possible. 7 plus 3, 10. But here if you look, I have put greater than sign. Here I have not put equal to. Here I have not put equal to. So this is also not possible. 7 plus 3 equal to 10. But not equal to. I want greater. I want greater. Okay? But here if you see 7 plus 5. 12, which is more than 9. So this is the case. This is the case which is possible. Same question, to save our time, same question they can ask with different, this language will be changed. Which of the following set of forces can produce zero resultant. Which of the following set of forces can produce zero resultant? And let's say, if you want for practice, I can give you more data, like 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 2. Wait a minute. 1. 9, 7, 3, 3, 10, 5. Chalo. Which should be the answer in this case? Understand, if the net three forces are acting, and the net force is zero, it means they are forming a triangle. It means they are forming a vector triangle. Means if you form a vector triangle, then it will be a closed triangle. So that means a triangle has to be formed here. So if a triangle has to be formed here, then please tell me. Very good. Add the smaller one, bacha body, add the smaller one. 2 plus 4, 6, which is less than 8, so not possible. 5 plus 1, 6, not possible. 7 plus 3, 10, which is more than 9. 10, which is more than 9, possible. And here, 5 plus 3, 8, which is less than 10, not possible. So answer is third. Okay? And why we are following the same thing? Because if net force has to be zero, then it will form a triangle. But here one extra thing you should remember. If they say 752, 751, okay. But if they give 752, although 752, they can never form a triangle. 752, they can never form a triangle. But in this question, zero resultant question, this can be also correct. How? Because 5 here, 2 here, right direction. Let's say the forces are acting like this. 5 to the right, 2 to the right, but 7 towards left. Let's say this is 5, this is 2, this is 7. If 3 forces are acting like this, then net force can be 0. So in that case, the answer will be both 2 and 3. So understand? Because in this case, triangle is not getting formed. If they ask in which case triangle will be formed, but since it's not mathematics class, so they will not ask about triangle. They will ask about zero resultant. So zero resultant we should consider equal to also. In triangle we should not consider equal to. Please understand. Sir, how resultant is zero? In which case resultant is zero? You are asking, better. In which case? See what I'm saying, 3, 7 and 9, this can form zero resultant. The angle we have to decide. Any angle we will have to decide. But it has a chance of producing zero resultant. Why? Because if, understand, I told you na, किधर बताया? यहाँ देखो. I told you कि in this diagram A vector plus B vector plus C vector is 0. So similarly, if I say, please understand this thing, that means if 3 vector addition is 0, it should form a triangle. 3 vector addition is 0, then it should form a triangle. So if 3 forces addition is 0, let's think like this. One force is here, another force is here, another force is here, something like this. F1 vector, F2 vector, and I'm saying the resultant vector is 0. I'm not saying the magnitude addition is 0. I'm saying the vector addition is 0. So that means if you draw a triangle, vector triangle, then it should form a complete triangle, because if f1, if you are claiming f1 vector plus f2 vector plus f3 vector is 0, that is, they form a vector triangle. And vector triangle will be only formed when this criteria is met. A triangle is formed when this criteria is met. ठीक है ना? This is an exception, because in this case also net force can be 0. This is not the only criteria for net force 0. This is, in this case also net force can be 0. So either they should be like this or they must form a triangle. So if 0 resultant is asked, then both 2 and 3 will be answer correct. If 0 resultant is asked, then here 5 plus 2 is 7. Understand now why? Do not try to memorize. Understand. If 5 and 2, I will apply in same direction, it will become 7, and then it will be opposed with 7. Let's say this is a block. 5 Newton, 2 Newton, and this is 7 Newton. It should not form a triangle. Right? Here net force is 0. So in this case, also net force can be 0, but it will not form a triangle. In this case, 3, 7, 9. In this case, the forces will be something like this. So they must form a triangle. Clear hai bacha? And triangle is formed when the sum of two sides, when the sum of any two sides is more than the third side. ठीक है बच्चा वाड़ी, चलो आगे क्वेश्चन करते. Let's say 2a cap plus 5b cap mod is 4. Find a cap plus b cap mod. I hope you remember cap, I hope you remember cap. A cap, b cap means unit vector, means magnitude of a cap is 1. Shall I solve this one? Next one you should solve. Similar question I will give you. Bacha body is here. If we want to solve, forget what is given. Focus here. What we are supposed to find. So we are supposed to find a cap plus b cap mod. Where a cap and b cap, when you see this cap sign, they will not mention. If you see a cap sign, that means it is a unit vector. If they mention or not mention, doesn't matter. So if you find this, it will be simply, understand, it will be simply what? It will be simply under root a square. What is a square? 1, because a cap is a unit vector. 1 plus 1. 1 square plus 1 square plus. We don't know the angle between. Let's say, bacha badi, let's say this is a cap, this is b cap, this is a cap, this is b cap. I don't know the angle between them, yaar. Okay? So plus 2ab cos theta. So I know almost everything. Please understand. 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2 cos theta. So I will get the answer once I find the angle between a cap and b cap. How to find angle between a cap and b cap? Now you must use this. Understand, if a cap is in this direction, please understand, if a cap is in this direction, then 2a cap will be also in the same direction. I told you, when you multiply any vector with a number, the direction remain same or it will become opposite, depending on you have multiplied with positive number or negative number. Then 5b cap will be also in same direction. So this will become 2a cap, this will become. So what I'm trying to say here, the angle between a cap and b cap and angle between 2a cap and 5b cap will remain same. So that means you can write here under root 2 square is 4, a cap is magnitude is 1, a square plus b square 5 square 25, magnitude of b cap is 1, plus 2 into 2 into 5 into cos theta is 4. If you square it, 29 plus 20 cos theta is 4. So cos theta we are getting minus 25 by 20, which is minus, that means the data we have. Are we doing any mistake? Can you check and tell me? Oh, sorry. When you square it, it will become 16. My mistake. Did you realize? Yeah, 16. Very good. Okay. So it will become cos theta will become minus 13 by 20. Correct? Minus 13 by 20. Check and tell me. So what I will do, I will simply put here 2 plus 2 into minus 13 by 20. It will become 40 minus 26 by 20, which will be under root 14 by 20, which will be under root 7 by 10, which is 0.7. Under root 0.7. Very good. Okay, some of you have told it. Chalo, one for you now. Let's say mod of a cap plus 3b cap is 2. Tell me the value of 2a cap plus b cap. Come on, fast. Okay, the answer, wow, good answer we are getting. 1. 1. ठीक है. Let's check, or do you need more time? ठीक है, let's check. So from here we will get a square, a cap, magnitude is 1. So it will be 1 plus 3b means 3 square 9 plus 2 into 1 into 3 into cos theta equal to 4. Because under root will be there, I will not do this mistake again. Then it will be 2 square, which is 4. So it will become 10 plus 6 cos theta is 4. So cos theta we are getting better minus 1. Cos theta is minus 1. Now if I put values here, so simple we will get equal to under root 4 plus 1 plus 2 into 2 into 1 into cos theta, which is minus 1. Which is minus 1. So it is 4 plus 1 minus 4, which is under root 1. So the value is 1. Correct, very good. So I hope you understood how to apply that under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Now before going further, let's do one more simple topic, which is subtraction of vectors. Subtraction of vectors. Let's say S vector is given as A vector minus B vector. Bacha party. Let's say this is A vector, just like in resultant also, this is A vector and this is B vector. This is A vector, this is B vector. But this time, we don't have to add. We are supposed to subtract them. Okay? So, first of all, join them like this. Tail to tail as per parallelogram rule or law. This is A vector. This one is B vector. Angle between A vector and B vector is theta. Angle between A vector and B vector is theta. And we are supposed to subtract them. So please understand, bacha, we all know subtraction is nothing but addition. So we can write A vector minus B vector as A vector plus minus B vector. And I have already told you what is the meaning of minus B vector. The meaning of minus B vector is another vector of same magnitude as that of B vector but opposite direction. Correct. So that means minus B vector will be nothing but something like this. Now, please understand what I'm going to say. Subtract A vector or B vector. Subtract A vector and B vector. Or add A vector and minus B vector, both are same thing. Subtracting A vector and B vector or adding A vector and subtracting A and B or adding A and minus B is same. Subtraction we don't know. But addition to we know na yaar. Addition to we know, right? Acha, it's loading in between. Voice, audio, video clear beta, or is there any problem? Can you guys please confirm first? No sir, it's full clear. Okay, 100 clear. ठीक है, clear. बच्चा Yashvi, please Yashvi, please check your internet connection, बच्चा. ठीक है, okay, no problem. What I was saying A vector and B vector subtraction, I don't know. We don't know. But we know na yaar, we are comfortable with the addition of two vectors, A vector and minus B vector. Now for addition of A vector and minus B vector, we should know the angle between them, which is nothing but 180 minus theta. That means in all the formula, we should replace theta with 180 minus theta. So you know you are going to use cos theta only. Let me tell you again, you have already done in trigonometry class. Cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So what we will do, we will say S magnitude of resultant is nothing but A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 180 minus theta. And as I said, Cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. There you go. This is the value of subtraction. So in addition, when you are adding a vector and b vector, you will put here plus, and if you are subtracting, then you will put here minus. It's so simple. ठीक है बच्चा वाड़ी? Now let me tell you one more special case. Sorry. If magnitude of a vector equal to magnitude of b vector, bracket I will write so that you don't get confused. If there are two vectors of equal magnitude and making some angle theta between them, you consider like this. Okay? Let's say this is A, then this is also A, magnitude wise. Although this is A vector, this is B vector, vectors are different because the directions are different, but the magnitude is same. Let's say 10 meter, another one is also 10 meter. Magnitude wise, both are same, angle between them is theta. Now, if you are supposed to add them, so resultant, what you will write? You will write under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Understand the maths here? 2A square plus 2A square, please understand, 2A square plus 2A square, can we take 2A square common bacha body? So it will become 1 plus cos theta, it will become 1 plus cos theta. If you remember, 1 plus cos 2 theta equal to 2 cos square theta. Do you remember this identity? Chalo bhai, trigonometry. See, if you remember, okay, otherwise at last we will remember the result. Okay? But if you remember this result, then the process you will understand. So here it is 2 theta, then here will be theta. But here is not 2 theta, here it is theta only. Here it is not 2 theta. Here it is theta only. So what we can, but the format is same, 1 plus cos, 1 plus cos. So what we can write? We can write 2a square into 2 cos square. The 2 theta become theta. So here theta will become theta by 2. Clear? हाँ भाई. So 2 into 2, 4. So root 4 will be 2. Root a square will be a. Root cos square will be cos. So the answer will become 2a cos theta by 2. And similarly, if you subtract, the answer will become 2a sin theta by 2. The addition will become 2a cos theta, because see, this equal magnitude you will get here and there. So here you will get, you will take some time. Thoda it will be time saving. But if you don't remember it, don't worry, we already have one method. 10 seconds extra we will give, no worries. ठीक है बच्चा बड़ी? This one derivation you will do just like this. This is your homework. This derivation you will do. Chalo. But only applicable when the vectors which you are adding or subtracting have equal magnitude. Then only it is applicable. Chalo. Then question. This is the line. The resultant of two unit vectors is a unit vector. Find magnitude of its difference. No. First of all, understand the question. The resultant of two unit vector is a unit vector. Let's say these two are unit vectors. This is A cap, this is B cap. But since both are unit vectors, so magnitude is 1. This is also 1 magnitude. This also has magnitude 1. And the resultant. So resultant will be somewhere in between. Resultant will be somewhere in between. So this is the resultant. They are saying this is also unit vector, means its magnitude is also 1. Its magnitude is also 1. The vectors which you are adding, they have magnitude 1 and the resultant is also 1. So either you can apply resultant equal to under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta and find theta, because we don't know what is the angle between them. This theta we don't know, between a cap and b cap, right? So first of all we have to find theta. So but since magnitudes are equal, so we can use this formula also. R resultant equal to 2a cos theta by 2. So resultant is a unit vector. Resultant is a unit vector, and the vectors which we are adding, resultant is a unit vector, and the vectors which we are adding, it is also a unit vector. So this is also 1 cos theta by 2. So we get cos theta by 2 equal to half. Theta by 2 is 60 degree. So theta we are getting 120 degree. Or we don't need to find this theta, you can keep this thing. Cos theta is half. Cos theta by 2 is half. Now find magnitude of its difference. So magnitude of its difference is 2a. No, I think we have to find this 120. Sorry. So 2a sin theta by 2. Now theta by 2 is 60. So what I will do? A is 1 and it will become sine 60. Please understand. It will become sine 60. So sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So the resultant has magnitude 1, but the subtraction has magnitude root 3. That means in vector algebra, such thing happens. While adding, we are getting less magnitude, but while subtracting, we are getting more magnitude. While adding, we are getting only 1, but subtraction, we are getting root 3, which is 1.732, correct? So subtraction here is having more magnitude as compared to addition. It happens. It happens in vector algebra because the angle is obtuse. I hope this point is clear, bacha. This question is clear. And it brings to one special point also. Remember this point, because Newton's laws, gravitation, at multiple places you will get this numerical, not complete numerical. This result, remember it. whenever two vectors which we are adding have same magnitude, 10 meter, 10 meter, and the resultant is also 10 meter, means the vectors, what I'm saying, remember it directly because we have already derived it. What I'm saying, if the magnitude of A and B are equal, but at the same time resultant is also equal, then angle between A vector and B vector is 120 degree. Or you can remember the reverse way also. You can remember the reverse way also. If two vectors having same magnitude and angle between them is 120 degree, then the magnitude of the resultant will be same as the magnitude of individual vector. Means, bacha buddy, what I'm trying to say. If I say if one vector is here, one vector is here, this is 10 meter, this is 10 meter, angle between them is 120 degree, find the resultant. If you remember the result, then resultant will be also 10 meter. This is the simple thing I'm saying. Okay? Take. Remember, you are going to use this. I'm telling you. Right now, you might not be feeling the importance, but sooner or later, you will realize. Okay, bacha buddy? ठीक है. Now, if this diagram is there, let me tell you one more thing. You know the parallelogram rule. You know this, कि if this is A vector, this is B vector, and this is R vector, it makes angle alpha with A vector and beta with B vector. Remember this point, beta. Resultant is always inclined towards the vector having larger magnitude. Resultant vector is always inclined towards vector having larger magnitude. ठीक है? What does it mean? It means if A, let's say this is 10 and this is 8. This is 10 and this is 8. Then resultant, see, if both are equal, let's start from here. If both are 10, if both are 10, then what will happen? Then resultant will lie just in the middle, means alpha will be equal to beta, equal to theta by 2. If the total angle is, if the angle between vector is theta, then alpha and beta will be equal to theta by 2, provided both have same magnitude. That means, in this case, 10 meter and 10 meter, then resultant will be, if you find this angle, resultant will be 60 degree. If you don't believe me, you can use that formula tan alpha equal to b sin theta upon a plus b cos theta. Okay? Okay? So both angle will be 60 degree and 60 degree. The resultant will be just in the middle because the magnitudes are same. But if this is 10, this is 8, then resultant will be more inclined towards the vector having higher magnitude. Means it will more inclined towards A vector because its magnitude is more. It means this angle will be less. This angle will be less. So that means, remember it, if A is more than B, if magnitude of A vector is more than magnitude of B vector, then alpha will be less than beta, just reverse. Then alpha will be less than beta. How you can visualize this in a triangle rule? Same thing. Let's say this is A vector, this is B vector. Then resultant, I have told you, head to head and tail to tail join. So this angle, please understand, what is this angle? Bacha Padi, come on, tell me. What is this angle? This angle is the angle between resultant and A vector. Why? Because here you can see R vector and A vector is tail to tail joint. So if R and A are tail to tail joint, then this angle is nothing but the angle between R vector and A vector. Angle between R vector and A vector we have defined alpha. Similarly, this angle, head to head joint, R vector and B vector head to head joint. So this angle is angle between R vector and B vector, which is beta. Okay? So please understand, bacha badi, कि here if A is less, yeah, if A is more, like here in this case, if A is more, then opposite angle will be more, according to sine rule. According to sine rule, okay? If A is more, then opposite angle beta will be more. If A is more, then beta will be more. If B is more, if B is less, then alpha will be less. Opposite angle, if A is more, then opposite angle of A, which is beta. Opposite angle of A is beta. If A is more, then beta will be more. If A is more, then beta will be more. And if B is less, then alpha will be less. Here you see the opposite angle. In case of vector triangle, you see the opposite angle. ठीक है? हाँ भाई, Lucky, you want to say anything? I am here. Are you searching for anyone? बोल भाई, क्या चाहिए? चलो चलो चलो. Another thing, and that will be the last thing, don't worry. If you remember parallelogram law beta, join the vectors tail to tail. Bacha badi, this is A vector, this is B vector, है ना? ठीक है? And let's call it any name. Let's call it S vector. Let's call it S vector. Okay. Then tell me, bacha badi, in this triangle, forget about this dotted line for now. Forget about this dotted line for now. Tell me what should be the relation according to vector triangle, according to triangle law. What should be the relation among? We have already done this. What should be the relation among A, B, and S? Brutal death. नहीं भाई, 2 minutes रुक जा यार. No. See clearly, beta. Which one is? First of all, tell me which one is resultant? A, B, or S? Which one is resultant? Come on, tell me. Look closely. Head to head and tail to tail joint is the resultant. Come on. Brutal death. See, you are going. You have only given the correct answer. Now, okay. A. I'm asking. Rami ready? I'm asking beta, which one is the resultant vector? A vector is resultant or B is resultant or S? Very good, everyone. Okay, you are here means you are here. Chalo, acha. So you can see A vector is here head to head joint and here tail to tail joint, means A vector is the resultant vector. A vector is resultant vector. So we can write A vector is B vector plus S vector. So we can write S vector equal to A vector minus B vector. Please understand what I am trying to say here. I told you this is a parallelogram. I told you the vector which is emerging from the common tail. The vector which is emerging from the common tail is the resultant vector, correct? The vector which is emerging from the common tail is the resultant vector. then another means one diagonal is resultant vector, then another diagonal is the subtraction vector. This is what I was trying to say. ठीक है कि in a parallelogram or in parallelogram law, है ना, if one diagonal represents a vector plus b vector, then other diagonal represents a vector minus b vector. ठीक है? So we will keep our discussion till here. Remember this point. We will solve 1-2 question based on this. Then we will go for components of vector in the next class. ठीक है? So I know it's full pack, quite content. You might have got it. ठीक है? Make notes. Keep these points. Do not take the class lightly, बच्चा. We are giving almost 100%. ठीक है? Almost 100%. Not even a single second we are trying to waste here, right? Some of you are here till the last. Anna, you can pat your back because you have done a very good work. So this is the dedication in online class. In offline class, you will do wonders. Very good. We enjoyed the class. Okay, I also enjoyed the class because you guys are quite active. Anna, when students are active, then we teacher now feed on your energy. Then we are also quite energetic during the class. Chalo bachawadi. So we will keep our discussion till here. See you in the next lecture. Tada, bye bye. Do you want, if you want this QR code, you can take help of this. Chalo bhai. Tada, bye bye. Bye bacha, bye bye bye.